In this lesson, we'll look at how to use the power rule for exponents. We just learned in the previous lesson how to use the product rule for exponents, and now this is the power rule. The power rule is what you use when you have an exponential expression that's raised to a power like this. This says 9 squared raised to the 4th power, or 9 to the 2nd to the 4th. Okay, well, we know what the 4 means. It means that I have 9 squared times 9 squared times 9 squared times 9 squared. Now, if I use the product rule, I know 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. So 9 to the 2nd raised to the 4th is 9 to the 8th. And what you notice when you look at it like right here is that 2 times 4 is 8. And it always works that way. If we have a power raised to a power, we can just multiply the two exponents together and the base stays the same. So here's the power rule in general terms. A base raised to a power raised to another power will be, the new exponent will be the product of the two previous ones. We multiply them together. So now let's practice using the power rule. I have 2 to the 3rd raised to the 5th. Well, when I have exponent to exponent, we multiply the exponents and the base stays the same. So 2 to the 3rd raised to the 5th will be 2 to the 15th. And now x to the 6th raised to the 4th. 6 times 4 will be 24, so this is x to the 24th. And here I have negative 3 to the 7th raised to the 5th. Don't be bothered by the brackets. The reason the brackets are there is because the base required us to use parentheses. But it's still 7th power to 5th power, and so we still multiply the exponents together, so we get negative 3 in parentheses raised to the 35th power. Now let's look at the product rule versus the power rule, because a lot of people get confused on these. They're very easy to mix up because you learn them very close together. They both start with P, and one of them has a name of multiplying and the other one actually uses multiplying. So I can see how you get them mixed up, but you're really going to have to be careful to take a good look at them and make sure you understand the difference between them. So let's simplify each of these. Okay, x to the 2nd times, or x to the 7th times x to the 2nd. Now this is a product rule because our two things are being multiplied together. X to the 7th times x to the 2nd. If you had to write this without exponents, you'd have 7 x's from here and 2 from here, so you'd have x to the 9th. But x to the 7th raised to the 2nd, this would be x to the 7th written down twice. That would be x to the 14th. So when it's base times base, you add the exponents. When it's exponent to exponent, you multiply the exponents. Okay, this is a power rule set up because I have 3 to the 8th raised to the 4th. So exponent to exponent, we'll have 3 to the 32nd. But if I have 3 to the 8th times 3 to the 4th, that's a product rule problem, and so I add the exponents together. And 8 plus 4 is 12. Alright, 5 to the 8th times 5 to the 10th. This is a product rule because I have the base times the base, so I add the exponents together and I get 5 to the 18th. But 5 to the 8th raised to the 10th, when I have exponent to exponent, I multiply the exponents. Alright, that one jumped the gun on me. 6 to the 3rd raised to the 4th. I have exponent to exponent, so I'm going to multiply, and that'll make 6 to the 12th. And then 6 to the 3rd times 6 to the 4th. 6 to the 3rd times 6 to the 4th. It's base times base, so I add the exponents and get 6 to the 7th.